Boom. Keep him coming.
Going viral like a damn infection. Picking up traction, check the inflection. Woo woo woo, it's the health inspection. Yeah, I heard you were sick. I'll check out my next trick. Hey, I'ma tell you what I know about the man hanging 5'2" up on your TV set. From the ultimate broski, from the LI I was sent. Hey, I've been to hell and back, cause I was so hell-bent. Being this good is a crime. Sipping my Bud Light and lime. The girls, they think that I'm fine. Yeah, they know it's my time. One chance, you wanna show off, come on and show it. I won't miss this, I won't blow it. Woo, 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 you know it.
What's going on, everyone? Bobbybarks here, and welcome to this 2v2 semi-final between Black Thots and Camping in Brazil. 4 players here who were teammates in the previous round, been separated for this one. Alenda, Blau and ThotSlater72 separated, and they're partnered up with MattBRFC with ThotSlayer, and Speclizer is partnering Alenda. Matt and Speclizer were partners in the last one. Speclizer is Molotoving ThotSlayer and is about to one-burst his previous partner Matt right there with some excellent play. Nice ducking and weaving before getting that one-burst off. Impressive movements, I have to say, there from Speclizer. Even Stevens so far. It was a great start from Black Thots there. It was a lovely bomb bank from ThotSlayer off the ceiling. Looks like Matt's trying to get an angle here on Speclizer. Missed Molotov there from someone. ThotSlayer trying to do something again with a bomb. Looks like he might be able to get nice shots there with the variable rifle. Matt taking Alenda down as well. Nice team play there from Black Thots as they regain the lead. 18-16. Good start from them. Speclizer probably doesn't realise he can get his feet shot from there. Nice long range burst rifle from him again though. And throws in a Molotov, and again Speclizer's burst rifle and Molotov combo pulling the team's level. 16-16. 4 minutes in, been some nice action. Speclizer's armoured up already. Hasn't double upgraded his burst rifle, chosen to go with armour. ThotSlayer's variable rifle coming in handy though. Does rip through armour. Alenda, what are you doing? Just take the kills. Take the kills.
I got you. No one comes back from that.
I did say in the draw it would be interesting to see who would go with the burst rifle in Speclizer and Alenda, and it is Speclizer obviously that's gone with it. Alenda choosing to go with a semi. It's the first time I've seen him use something else other than burst rifle, so it's going to be interesting to see how this game pans out. ThotSlayer using the variable rifle like we've commented on, and Matt has gone with the burst rifle, which is interesting. Matt has been a hunting rifle player throughout this tournament, so I'm really surprised about the weapon choices so far, because ThotSlayer has been a semi-user. So very strange choices so far, I have to say. 15-14 so far in favour of Speclizer and Alenda. Speclizer doing well to dodge some throwables, dodged a Molotov and then a smoke. Trying to get an angle on Thot. Seeing somebody behind the brown rusty van. I think it's Matt. Matt is, oh God, immune to Molotovs by the looks of it. Matt now goes down. ThotSlayer is pressing in, but he has gone down to Speclizer. Does some really good work with that flank, and he is going to be able to get Alenda up. And looks like Camping in Brazil are going to have a good 3 spawn lead here. I'm going to approach the 7-minute mark, about halfway through this one now. Yep, nice 3 spawn lead. Black Thots are going to have to do some work to get back into this. Need the next squad wipe. That was a poor Molotov, whoever that was. Bit of camping. I hope Romance isn't watching this. Nice play from ThotSlayer. There's gonna. That's a beautiful Molotov. Really good play. I think that's Speclizer at the back there. Yes, it is. That's a poor smoke bomb from him. And he's run straight out into a Molotov. Great play from Matt, I think that was. It is Matt. Great play from Matt. Camping in Brazil, Alenda. What can he do here? Trying to get an angle with his semi. He's only managed to get it upgraded to the first level so far. Trying to find an angle with a smoke. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do. I think he's thinking about this far too much and he's got caught. Speclizer isn't quite sure whether to go out and try and pick him up. That bomb came in to stop him from doing that. Molotov comes in to Paul one though. Can't finish it off with a burst rifle. He likes his Molotov and burst rifle combinations as Speclizer. Oh, that's some great play from ThotSlayer, I think that was, with a variable rifle. And Camping in Brazil have been taken out again by Black Thots, and it looks like Black Thots are now going to take the lead by 1 spawn. 4 minutes left on the clock. Again, we've got a little bit of a stalemate here. Black Thots are happy to just sit and wait for Camping in Brazil to come to them. And when they've got that 1 spawn lead, that's a lovely Molotov dodge from ThotSlayer. And he's got his own Molotov now. Speclizer does exceptionally well to dodge that Molotov and come in with a bitch stick. I have to say, good at evading that there. And they've got Matt pegged in here. Looks like Matt's going upstairs. Speclizer's going to try and pincer him in. Matt didn't see him. Smoke bomb comes in. Matt's going to dodge out the way. Speclizer knew where he was going. And now Camping in Brazil are going to have the 1 spawn lead with 3 minutes left. Jumping forward to the 2-minute remaining mark. Black Thots need to get a squad wipe. That's a poor bomb from ThotSlayer. He does know that Alenda can't go anywhere. Should be pressing him really. He's allowed Alenda to heal up. And Speclizer and Matt have both Molotoved each other. And Alenda has managed to smoke shiv Thot. And now they've got a 2 spawn lead. All they have to do is protect themselves. As long as Camping in Brazil get a kill, I do feel that they're going to win this.
Shit, I have to wrap this up.
Black Thots, Matt, you're running in the wrong direction. Run back towards your teammate. ThotSlayer managing to dodge that bomb. He has taken a little bit of damage though. Needs to take Alenda out. I don't think he realises his legs are going to be showing. Matt and Speclizer are going at it with each other. ThotSlayer could do with pressing in and helping Matt really. Sees Alenda there. He's got Alenda down right now. Press in and help Matt. He needs to press in and help Matt. It's all on this. 30 seconds left. It's all on this. What can he do? Speclizer's got him. That is it. That is it. And Speclizer's teabagging. That is it. Speclizer and Matt. Speclizer and Alenda, sorry, are going through to the final. Camping in Brazil have won this semi-final. and they will be playing in the 2v2 final. Will they be teammates or will they be opposing players? We shall find out in the draw after the next 2v2 semi-final, which will be commentated by my good friend Matt. See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Welcome to another Bobbybarks 2v2. This is FrostyNumbers versus ChurchBells. I am MattBRFC03. We have Andy Bunch of Numbers and SkillzFrosty. I don't know who that is, probably an alt. Lots of movement, lots of movement. Hawkeye 3 coming in. ChurchBells made up of Belphegor. Not sure who the other member is at the moment. Oh, excellent headshots. Belphegor just owning that lane. Completely. Even getting a couple shots as he gets away. We have Gods68. Not very familiar with Gods. But he can get it done, that's for damn sure. ChurchBells up by 2. Belphegor with a lot of feedback. Apparently people don't like to listen to Bobby. Excellent molly coming in. Flipping over to Frosty's view. We have a burst rifle with skills. Lots of movement, but it's not helping them. Headshot. Oh! Excellent single taps. 2 headshots in a row. He should have threw that molly. He got it anyways, but pretty risky. Couldn't quite see him. He was kind of guessing there. Now, fast forwarding the action here, there's a 2 spawn difference. ChurchBells still up by 2. Excellent bomb. Excellent bomb. Doesn't quite put him down, but hit him hard. Bit of armor shedding off here. Smoke in, smoke missed. Belphegor playing very cautious. He doesn't want to come out of that truck. He's definitely pinning him down. Fast. Okay, molly from nowhere. We're kind of jumping around a little bit here. It's difficult to follow the flow of the action. Skills went down. I don't see Skills getting kills, really, but somehow they're still keeping it within 2 until now. Oh no, okay, they are. Yeah, so they're within 2. Where's all of Skills kills? I'm seeing a lot from Belphegor. Did they not submit footage of their kills? Did they edit out their kills? Am I blind? Am I not seeing this? 3 spawn deficit for FrostyNumbers. Excellent, excellent headshot execution. That's what the burst is known for. Getting behind him. And the team come in and finish it off. There are some kills. Do not sleep on Frosty and Andy. If the ChurchBells want to ring, they're going to have to bring everything they have and not make mistakes. Skills smartly staying there. And God's getting a little sloppy after that. I'm kind of surprised. I think he assumed that Frosty ran away in the other direction. Frosty can't find him. Belphegor's Froggy leaping out of trouble real quick. His partner's at the box. I imagine he's watching in the window.
I thought it was you that kicked me.
Caught him through the window. He better get out of there. That's not a good spot to be. There he goes, but that's probably not the direction he should have went. And both of them go down. SkillzFrosty, whoever you are certainly carrying your team right now by the from my perspective anyways. Andy's great, don't get me wrong. But SkillzFrosty seems to be doing a lot of the work here. I imagine it's only a matter of time before Andy finds his rhythm. like that. Oh, the molly! The molly becomes a suicide molly, but does not take down gods. And that molly does not take down gods. This man is fireproof. You cannot burn a god. Nor can you kill a god, apparently. As Gods cleans up Andy. But will he mop the floor? SkillzFrosty, the unknown, unsung hero of this match. He was all alone. Frosty healing up. This is trouble for Frosty. Andy coming in with the distraction. This is good timing on Andy's part. He needed a savior. Teamwork reigns supreme. In the corner shooting a Frosty plus Andy coming in to save the day have turned this around and put them back in contention. We got just under 6 minutes left in the match. ChurchBells is down on the scoreboard by 3 spawns. Make that 4 spawns. I thought he was going to leave the game. I think he thought he was going to leave the game. I think if this was a public match or not a tournament match, he would have rage quit like a child.
That one's dead.
Stop making fun of surfers.
To hit anything. Belphegor talking in his microphone. Once again, not listening to Bobby. Thankfully, we don't have to listen to any more of that.
No, watch it.
SkillzFrosty being evasive. Belphegor playing with fire and then getting burned by the cold one, SkillzFrosty.
Oh, he's dead.
Andy mopping the floor, cleaning up the mess. Their teamwork certainly has become very effective. They kind of stumbled in the beginning, and their rhythm has now definitely lined up. They are definitely in sync. And ChurchBells trying to pull one out of the books of the FrostyNumbers and try to flank with some teamwork, not working out for them.
That's one.
And the numbers go up by a sizable 8-point lead. Andy with the quick scoping.
I'm down. Got this.
Sorry, the quick reloading. And here comes a smoke. It's gonna hit. At least he took off that armor. And one of them gets away. That's excellent. Let's switch away from Belphegor now so we don't have to hear this. Perfect. ChurchBells hanging out. One gets smoked, gets put down. God's not moving in aggressively and gets put down aggressively. They do not have a good... Uh-oh. One of them's going in. Trying to take on the solo SkillzFrosty. Okay, Frosty's down. Andy comes in.
That one sure is dead.
Andy puts him down. They're out of respawns. This is it. Sudden death for the ChurchBells. And Andy is a sniper with that sniper rifle. He is top level sniper. Oh, the fire. The fire puts Andy down. Frosty getting toasty as they lose some numbers. But this 8-point lead, it doesn't look like the ChurchBells are really going to get this done here today. But again, this is high-level competition. You can't count these guys out yet. There we go. They've closed it by 2. The minute 30 left. You know what? I don't think it matters how good they are. I don't think they physically have enough time to do this. Even if the FrostyNumbers ran at them and sacrificed their lives, this game is already over. FrostyNumbers are going to go ahead. This is just for reputation. We're saving face at this point. for honor.
Careful now!
Andy not putting any of these shots away. Just chaos. ChurchBells closes that gap to a more respectable deficit. Yeah, it's gonna be close. They won't get it, unfortunately, but at least they've closed the gap and made it a more respectable loss. And Andy had to reload.
Cover me. Gotta
That
patch
was
up.
unfortunate. That could have cost him. And the final seconds count down. Belphegor
Snot waves in my ears.
is not showing any signs of relenting. He's coming in, closing this gap. 3 spawn deficit. And that is it to end the game. ChurchBells have lost. FrostyNumbers have gone ahead. I'm MattBRFC03. See you in the next one.
What's going on, everyone? Bobbybarks here, and welcome to the 2v2 randomised tournament final draw. We have the final 4 participants that will be drawn here today. So we have Alenda Belphegor, we have Andy67861127, SkillzFrosty and Speclizer. 4 very, very good participants indeed. SkillzFrosty obviously having that epic semi-final game there where he got 17 downs. Speclizer, as we know, is a very, very competent player in these tournaments. Obviously a winner of one of the 1v1 tournaments. In fact, he beat Andy67 bunch of numbers in Qrow 3's 1v1 tournament. And Alenda is a bit of a newcomer to these tournaments, so he's done very well to get to the final. As well as SkillzFrosty, he's a newcomer to these tournaments as well. So 2 newcomers to this final, as well as 2 players who have met each other in a final as well. How exciting to get them both back here in a final. It's going to be exciting if they're up against each other. It's going to be equally exciting if they get to partner each other as well. So at the minute we've got these players in alphabetical order. So Alenda's at the top, Andy second, SkillzFrosty there, and Speclizer 4th. I'm going to show you how we do this draw first for people who have not seen it. I'm going to show you how a draw is made, and then we'll do the draw for real. So we can show you that there's no shenanigans as to how a draw is made. So what happens is that we do it on a Google spreadsheet, and we literally do a randomised draw. So these names are in a row on a spreadsheet, and we literally just highlight them all like I have done here, and then we right click. Literally right click, and then we click on this randomised range here, and it randomises this range of names into a randomised order, and whoever is in row 6 and row 7, that will be who partners who, and then whoever is in row 8 and row 9, that's who partners who, and whoever's in row 6 and 7 plays against whoever's in row 8 and 9, and that's basically how it's going to work. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do a dummy draw, so you can see how it would look, and then after we do the dummy draw, we'll do the real draw. So this first one here is going to be the dummy draw, so we click randomise range. So it would be Alenda and Speclizer versus Skills and Andy, so that would be a repeat of the semi-final teams. Alenda and Speclizer were together in the semi-final, and Skills and Andy were together in the semi-final. So that would have been quite interesting, to be fair. It would have kept the semi-final teams together. But that's not what's going to happen. It could happen, you know, they could end up together again. It could just change the names around. I very much doubt that's what's going to happen. But it could do. It could just change the names around. It could just keep the names the same. But maybe not. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to count to 3, and then we're going to do the draw. So this will be the final. it is actually going to be Andy and Speclizer versus Alenda and SkillzFrosty. So the players that played in quarter three's 1v1 final, Andy and Speclizer, are actually going to go up against Alenda and SkillzFrosty. Remember, SkillzFrosty got the 17 downs and the 15 executions in that semi-final with Andy. He carried Andy in that game. A lot of people are going to look at this draw and think Andy and Speclizer are going to be a bit of a shoo-in for the win. And you know, you tend to think that by looking at it. They're the bigger names in this. They've been in a number of the tournaments. Speclizer won a 1v1 tournament. He's won a 3v3 tournament. He's got to the semi-finals of the 4v4 tournament. Andy obviously got to the final of the quarter 3 1v1 tournament. Alenda and SkillzFrosty are new to these tournaments, but Skills has done some good things. You know, you obviously saw his performance in the semi-final, so don't underestimate him. They've got a very good chance of winning this. Speclizer nearly went out of the 2v2 tournament when he was partnered with Valkyrie. You know, Mr. Balticus and was it R12 Shoot, I think, it was with Mr. Balticus in that game. Nearly beat them. Andy's already lost in this 2v2 tournament. He actually lost to Robbins 1 and Janice in that game. It was only because Robbins 1 didn't submit footage that Andy got a lifeline back into it. So don't write off Alenda and SkillzFrosty. Be a good game. Be a very, very good game, that. Looking forward to it. So yeah, so that's your final. Andy and Speclizer versus Alenda and Skills. Jen is the admin for it. So we will look forward to seeing it. And I'll make up some team names for it. Okay guys, that's all from me, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Absolute.